Good evening, Dr. Meltzer.
Hiya.
How are you? I'm just thinking that former caller was very fortunate in getting away.
That's right. She doesn't know how lucky she was.
I know.
Because we get so many reports where it ends up in a tragedy, especially if they can get you into a hallway or to an alley or some other place where they can go work you over.
I know. I just think she was so fortunate. I was,
But the question that I ask, see, what we're talking about years ago was young ladies never were guilty of crimes like that, violent crimes. What has happened to our world?
I know. It's really...
What has happened that these young kids work in pairs and they remind you of the jungle where the weak are hunted and killed?
Now, this is true. I don't know. It just seems to be very commonplace now. I mean, you wouldn't believe something like this would have happened years ago. I know when I was young.
Well, also, I blame the police a lot. Of course, I blame our whole justice system to allow this to happen. Because these kids learn that crime does pay. They learn that crime does pay, and it's much easier than working. It's much easier than try to working.
Well, even if they get caught, very little
if they get caught, very little happens to them. That's why they know it. And what they do to elderly people is unforgivable.
I know. They have no compassion at all. I
mean, I'll tell you, last week, a man came up to me. His jaw was wired. He was a man about 70. Mm. They knocked out his teeth. They broke his jaw for nothing. Mm. Because they said, this will teach you a lesson.
Oh, I know.
It does remind you of the animals in the jungle.
I know. It's unbelievable.
Well, what can I do for you, sweetheart?
I just want your opinion. Yesterday, I received a letter from a certain company wanting to lease some land that I have to explore for natural gas and oil.
What area is it?
The county is Broome County in New York State.
Oh, yeah. They're up there. Yeah, that's right.
Are they?
Yeah. What do they offer you? $1 an acre per year?
Yes, per year, unless they store gas storage and so forth, and it becomes $2. And then if they do find something, I would get 1/8.
1/8 royalty, yeah.
Yeah, and then
that's a standard lease.
Yeah, 12. That's what they say. But then I read the lease, which is in two sides in small print. But I don't know if I think it's a good idea or not. It's 20 years.
How many acres do you have?
13. No, I mean, I wouldn't make any money. It would be tying up the land.
I would say don't do it for this reason. Mm-hmm. They're going to go around and get leases all over the place.
Yeah.
Understand? Mm-hmm. Suppose they strike oil or gas somewhere in your vicinity. Mm-hmm. The fact that you haven't leased in land at all will make it that much more valuable from your standpoint. Because once they find oil or gas, if they ever do,
right,
then your land becomes a lot more valuable than it is now.
That's right. Let them dig up someone else's land next door.
Let them dig up somebody else's land next door.
I thought that too, but I wasn't.
Oh, you are so smart.
At work, they were all telling me, do it. But then I read it, and I thought...
Well, you see, if you said to me you have 1,000 acres or 2,000 acres, mm-hmm, and you stood to get several $1,000s a year income while all this was going on, it's one thing.
Right.
But for $13 a year...
Right. No, I thought the same thing.
You can't even buy a postage stamp with that anymore.
Right. Plus, I would have a problem. Say, if I ever did want to sell...
That is right.
It would be a problem, I think.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, get your opinion, and I agree with you. But it makes me feel better.
Well, of course, the best thing they can do, if they would dig somewhere next door and find gas or oil, mm-hmm, then you would be rich.
Yes.
Then you'd be rich.
Yes.
But don't. The chances of them finding a lot of gas or oil in that area are remote.
I think so too.
But who knows? Who knows? That's a law. The chance. Maybe if they go down 20,000 feet or something like that, they'll find something.
There's a lot of. Part of it was planted for hay at one time, but much of that land is rocky.
That's right. Marginal land. That's what they call it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sweetheart. Right. Let me send you 2 T-shirts anyway, which is worth almost a good fraction of what you would get on that lease.
I appreciate that. Thank
Charlotte, 2 T-shirts.